Hi guys, I'm back. I hope you missed me. Hi guys, my name is Frances, and I'm back, at least for one video. I know it must be the first time for most of you to hear me talk on camera, because this channel used to be all about cover videos and music and stuff, but since I haven't uploaded anything in 6 years, I thought I owe you something. So I still receive so many comments and messages and likes and views on my channel, even though I haven't uploaded anything in 6 years, and I just wanted to tell you guys where I have been and what I have been up to and why I do not upload any more cover videos. Funnily, I made a video just like this 2 years ago, but it turned out 30 something minutes, and this is just too much to put on my channel after 6 years of not uploading anything. This time I cut out a lot of information, but I assume it's going to be 20 minutes. Bear with me, I have a lot to say, okay? I have scripted everything, okay? So I'm not kidding. I kind of got known for turning classic rock songs and doom metal songs into acoustic versions. So as a result, I uploaded a series of 5 to 6 videos on my channel in which I covered a couple of songs, and 3 of these videos did really well, you know, from my perspective at least. And those videos kind of got my name on the map. And by putting my name on the map, I mean people actually recognized me at festivals, and that was probably the craziest thing I have ever experienced. They wanted to take pictures with me because I covered songs online. I remember I practiced all of my covers for weeks before I uploaded them and filmed them and everything. There was literally no editing because I didn't have the equipment to edit anything. And also, I recorded these videos with my shitty little pocket camera, which didn't even let me see if I was in frame. And I had to use this camera because I didn't know how to film on my DSLR. I know you guys seem to love these videos because they were so stripped down, if you will. For me personally, this is very cringy to look back to. I'm not gonna lie, I had to pause the video in order to read through your comments because I just couldn't take it. It was too much. So I haven't watched my videos in years, I would say. I think the video that really put my name on the map was the Kadavar Living in Your Head video, which I released in August 2012, and it's still my favorite. It's still my favorite song from Kadavar, and I was just obsessed with this band. So I randomly discovered Kadavar in 2012, and that was on YouTube, and at first I wasn't even sure if that was a new band or not. So I was kind of surprised when I saw that they were still touring. It's like, wow, a band that old still touring, and then it turns out they're new, girl. I told all my friends about them. I took everyone to the gigs. I think I saw Kadavar 6 or 7 times in 6 months. So I definitely was obsessed with this band. And I have to say, their first album is a soundtrack to a very great time in my life. I know it sounds cheesy, but this is how you can tell that you love a band. When a band really becomes a part of your life, so to speak. So whenever you listen back to that record, it's like, oh yeah, I remember I was at that place at that time, and Kadavar were really a big part of my life, just like Pentagram and Witchcraft, all 3 bands of which I did covers. So a couple of days after that life-changing gig in Berlin, I saw that both Kadavar and Pentagram were playing Rockpalast. So just in case you don't know, Rockpalast is a legendary German TV show which is known for having that live footage from big bands like Eric Clapton, Nina Hagen, CC Top, and I don't know if it worked the same way back in the day, but nowadays when you play Rock Palast, they expect you to have like that normal live set that you would normally play. This is what they record and put online and on TV and everything else, right? And then you have to give an interview and you have to prepare an acoustic piece. So this is what Kadavar did, and this is how I found out about Living in Your Head. I mean, I had the record already, the vinyl, right? They turned Living in Your Head into a completely different song, and I was mesmerized by it. It was very simple, because on record, it absolutely does not sound simple because of all the fuzz and the sound and everything around it, so the whole production, right? I remember this scenario being really low-key. They literally just sat there in some backyard on stairs, I think. It was Lupus in the front and Tiga in the back and Mahmoud. Mahmoud was their old bass player, and I don't even think he did anything in this video. It was just Lupus playing guitar and singing, and Tiger, you know, clapping the beat on his legs. And I thought, wow, this is a great version. I wanted to try this out myself, just so you get an idea of how big Kadavar were back in the day, which was 6 years ago. They were smaller than my band is now. There were no tabs online to figure out how they played that song. There were no lyrics online. I couldn't find anything, so I had to do it the old school way, right? I just looked at Lupus playing and I listened to his words, because on the record you cannot really hear what he's singing, in my opinion. You don't really get what he's singing, but on this acoustic version it came out totally different, and I was able to hear what he sings. And I wrote down the lyrics and I wrote down the chords and I played away, and then I practiced for a couple of weeks because it took me a little while to get behind it, and I just couldn't stop playing it. It was my favorite song. And then I recorded it with said pocket camera with the shitty sound and the shitty quality. Yeah, like I said, I uploaded this to my channel, but to be honest, I didn't really expect them to see it. Well, I probably expected them to see it some point in time, but they posted it on their page on Facebook the day after, and I was shocked. I was so happy about it. I was like, my day was made. I felt like the king. Like, for the first time in my life, I felt like this hard work that I put into, you know, making music basically paid off. That's a great feeling, right? I mean, looking back, that wasn't that much that I did. I think I'm a much better musician now, but 6 years ago, that meant the world to me. I mean, Lupus even said I sang it better than him, and that feels really, really nice, I have to say. I still feel flattered to this day. As a matter of fact, a month after I uploaded this video, I was on stage with them, and it was the most embarrassing moment of my life. If you want the story on that, maybe in another video. Against all rumors, Vulkan has been around then already, so it wasn't like I got this hype for a couple of weeks and then I was like, oh my god, I need a band. No, Vulkan already existed, but we were just lazy as shit and didn't really know where to go with our band, and we couldn't be bothered to record demos or even play a show. But Lupus in particular, encouraged us to record demos, and we didn't really have the equipment to do that, so we did record demos, but we were not able to record a proper drum track. So we came up with this. But I know you were ready for shooting, yeah. I know, it's freaking embarrassing, but that was the status quo back in the day for us. But honestly, if it wasn't for Lupus, we wouldn't have recorded demos at all. And this really helped us to sort of see what we were doing. This is something I would recommend to everybody in a band. Record demos. It's so much easier for you guys to grow from demos than just playing songs and not having any demos. You need recordings. It's the best thing you could do. Lupus and I are still in touch occasionally, and luckily my band was able to support Kadavar for 2 shows in 2016, so that was cool, but we never really tried to leech off of Kadavar's fame. I was genuinely happy to see these guys grow because I know they put a lot of hard work into what they do, and I think they deserve it. I mean, they were growing so fast. It was a joy for me back in the day to see them grow so fast. Even though we never tried to leech off of their fame, the covers and the whole YouTube thing and everything has helped my band significantly. I can't deny that. I think the biggest questions that you guys are wondering is, why didn't I upload any more covers? Well, here's the thing. As you can imagine, I got pretty busy with Wukan, and it just got more and more over the years. I also have expectations of myself, and I wanted to become better and better with every video that I upload. And I do think to a certain extent that happened, but the last cover video that I made was not as good anymore. I thought the whole thing is getting old. It's just me with the guitar. I don't really grow with this, you know? And the other thing is, in order to grow, you need to have the technical means to do what you want to do. As a matter of fact, I had a couple of more covers planned, such as Seer by which I wanted to do multi-track, but I just didn't have the technical means. First of all, my camera, the lighting and everything. I didn't know how to get my EOS 600D to work on fucking video. And it did not have autofocus and nothing. I mean, come on. And that was not even the biggest problem, because I literally had no idea about video aesthetics and stuff like that, which I have clearly upgraded. I wanted to do the things that I had planned, but I couldn't. I think the biggest reason, though, apart from that growing and expectations thing and everything else, was the fact that at the end of the day, I was just stealing from other artists, you know? It was, like I said, it was getting old. It was also getting old for me. I thought I should really focus on my own music, and I really wanted to come out with my own music. It's somehow, it feels wrong somehow to only copy from other artists, even though you change up the song, but the scheme, right? The pattern is always the same. So, since I haven't uploaded anything to this channel, what have I been doing in the meantime? You guessed it. I was very, very busy with my band, and 2012 wasn't very busy for us as a band, but 2013 certainly was, and from then on it just went crazier and crazier. So, I got a bunch of records here, most of which I recorded with my band. This one I didn't, because it's the first record from my favorite band. If I had learned anything from the covers that I made back in the day, you know, especially from bands like Kadavar, because they're so relatable for me, because they're German, they're around the same age as me, right? I have to say, finding your own style as a musician and as a band is key. If you want to get anywhere with your band, you need to have your own style. This is probably one of the things I was most busy with my band Wukan. When I say I mean my band and I, right? So I think the first record that we put out was Vikama. Looks like this. I mean, the back design, come on, it's just terrible, but whatever. Especially the font here. The typing is just, girl. Whatever. The artwork is cute though. We were babies back then, so I wouldn't even say that we found our style on this record, even though people associate us with Frenes Vikama, which is the title track to this EP. Am I gonna tell you everything about this record? If you want in-depth info on my records, let me know. Maybe I will do a video on my records. I would love to talk about it, but honestly, I don't feel like anyone actually gives a shit. Yeah, so this was the first record. It only has 5 tracks on it with a demo version of Dope Trotter, which you also can find here on YouTube. I'm actually very happy we didn't do a full album as our first release. We are one of those bands that have to sort things out and find ourselves, and this record I consider the vehicle for us to find our style. It took a long time. And looking back, this record is cute. Second release was Sow the Wind, which I consider a milestone for the band. This is the limited edition first design that comes with a gatefold. Looks a little something like this. Very minimalistic design, almost resembles the texture of Vikama. And this is the unlimited the unlimited edition. This is the normal regular edition, which comes in a printed sleeve like this and something. Oh my god. And a 7-inch, yeah, why not? With Dope Trotter 2016. Memories. I just don't. Oh wow! Look at this. Wait. Where does it open? This is blue vinyl. I didn't even know. Wow. I never listened to my own music, so I actually do, but only on Spotify. The last release was last year, which is my baby. It's the most important record for me. It is the best record in my eyes, in my ears. And this is our double LP. Will you come out? Oh yeah, whatever. You know what 2 records look like, right? And oh, come on. Get in.
That's what she said.
It's Read the Storm. It's a double LP. Looks a little something like this. It's a very, very interesting record, if you can say that about your own music. I sometimes feel like you're not really allowed to do it, but I know what's behind the record, and so I can say it's fucking interesting. Some people love it, some people hate it. I love it. But I hope you can see why I didn't upload anything else to this channel. However, you can follow my band on social media. You can follow me on social media if you want to, so you will be updated on my life. Because like I said, I still get a lot of comments from you guys, and you guys still seem to love the videos that I uploaded 6 years ago. And now here's the thing. I'm not exactly sure where to go with this channel. I love making videos. I love photography and everything that comes with it, the lighting and stuff, so I'm into this. But it is a really thin line, a really fine line between being authentic as an artist and selling out. You know what I mean? This is what I meant when I said I would love to put out content. I would love to tell you about our Rock Palast experience, about the records, about certain songs if you want to, or that time I met Kadavar for the first time, or that time I met Pentagram for the first time. All of these things, right? There's a lot to say, but I feel like I'm not really sure if it's a good idea to put out content and be a YouTuber as a musician, you know? You guys decide. If you want to know more about things with my life, let me know. Other than that, I think this is going to be the last video on my channel. Once again, I want to thank you for the support you brought my way after all these years. And if this is the last video on my channel, I wish you all the best, and I will see you on the road. Bye.